In this episode, I want to share with you the quick and easiest way to create tons and tons of content, and it literally only takes you about 10 minutes. Now, if you're anything like me, you know that content is king right now. For you to promote yourself, to be positioned as the subject matter expert of your arena, of the thing that's your superpower, you have to put out content. You have to constantly be putting yourself in front of people, demonstrating to them that you can help them. You know what you're doing, you know what you're talking about, you have some sort of expertise in a particular topic. But the hard part is it can be overwhelming. Filming videos all the time, editing content, editing videos, editing images, writing, all of that stuff takes a ton of time. And on top of that, you got to run your business. Who's got all day to become a full-time content creator and content editor and social media manager? So I've got to hack this system, and I'm going to share with you this easy way that I've been able to create tons of content. I have over 300 YouTube videos and over 30,000 followers on Instagram, and it's all been because of this way I've been able to hack my time and hack this process and this system to create content fast and get it out there and distribute it across multiple channels. And it takes me only about 10 minutes of my time each week. So I want to share with you my process right now. If you follow me on Instagram, my handle is the.morninghero. You can see examples of all the types of content that I put out. And if you're watching this on YouTube right now, where obviously you're already here, so you might as well just go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, because again, I put out videos every week, all to help you be more efficient with your time. I call it this omnipresence process. So omnipresence just means how can you be everywhere all the time? And that's the only way people are going to really get to know what you do and how you can help them, is if they see you everywhere. The first thing you're going to have to recognize that you can't do it all. You will have to hire someone. You will have to delegate, and there are easy, cheap ways to do it. And I'll share with you my favorite ways to delegate and outsource. But let me first walk you through the process, and then I'll share with you how I bring on the right people to take care of different pieces of the process. First thing I do is all centered around this idea that you only need to do one main piece of content. You are only responsible for creating one piece of content, and then that content is split up and distributed in many different ways. Video by far is the best and easiest way to do this. You create one video every week, 10 to 15 minute video, and then you'll have that video stripped, edited, chopped up, and done many different ways to create some cool stuff out of it. How do I create my videos? So this is what I do. Every week, I come up with a topic and I create a top 5 list for that topic. For you, whatever your subject is, whatever your area of expertise is, you can pull ideas and inspiration from many different areas. If you have clients, if you're a coach or some professional, you have clients, all you really need to do is just take a lot of the things you talk about with your clients, or a lot of the questions your clients have. It can even be top 5 questions this week that I've had from my clients. You'll take a topic and you'll break it down into a top 5 list. If you're focused on helping people grow their business, top 5 ways to grow your business in 2022. If you're a real estate agent, the top 5 mistakes that most homeowners make before they sell their home. Take a topic of something interesting, come up with a top 5 list, and there's several different reasons for this. One, people like lists. Our brains are very sequential. They follow order very well. And so if you give people a list, naturally their brain will want to progress through the list. One, you'll get more views because people like lists. There's like this fun element to it. I want to see what number 1 is. And then 2, it gets longer view duration for your video. If you're starting at number 5 and you're progressing down to number 1, people will watch all the way till they get to number 1. So it's a good way to hack the algorithm, because people will naturally want to keep watching your video until you get to number 1, because there's this suspense. They got to see what number 1 is. I have a notes document where I come up with all of my ideas. And so on film day, when it's the day for me to film, I just go to my notes and pick one of the topics that I had come up with throughout the week. Always have a notes of a running list of ideas, and then that way you have your go-to when you're ready to start filming. I have a 2-hour blocked out on my calendar every single week. That's film time. That time is for me to film my top 5 video, and I just film it. So top 5 ways to grow your social media, right? I'll spend an hour filming that. That hour, the first part of that is me just planning the video. So I'll actually create an outline, and so I'll go pull up a notes document and I'll write my outline. What is number one? How am I going to structure what I talk about in number one? Okay, what's number two? How I'm going to structure what I'm going to talk about. What's number three? So I'll come up with a basic skeleton of the topic. As I'm looking at the camera, I have a reference point of each point that I'm going to make throughout the video. And then I'll just click record on the camera and just off the dome start going. I use a software called Ecamm Live that can stream that live. As I'm filming the video in real time, it is in real time going out to YouTube Live. Everyone in my audience is getting a notification that I'm going live. So it's a great way to build good relationship and rapport with your audience because they see the behind the scenes, they see the raw, the realness. If you're making mistakes, it doesn't matter. This is a great way to just get them and build an intimate relationship with the audience when you're filming things live, and they can kind of see you film, they can see you stumble while I'm filming it. Once that video is finished, now I have my VA. And this is where the superpower comes in. And that VA takes that video and now he polishes it. He edits it, he puts in B-roll, he takes out all the mistakes and the ums and ahs, he adds fancy graphics to it, and he turns it into a really cool, polished YouTube video that we republish back onto YouTube. We put a thumbnail on it, make it cool and interesting, add a description. Now that same VA will take that long 15-minute video and he'll chop it down and create 5 reels out of it. Now remember, I told you to make this a top 5 video. The other reason we wanted this to be a top 5 video is because now each of those 5 points becomes its own individual video. It becomes a small Instagram reel. A reel is about 60 seconds long. So he'll take each point of my top 5 and create a small 60-second quick snippet, a little exciting called a sizzle reel. And then those become 5 reels. The first piece of content was I live streamed as I was filming it. The second piece of content was I had a VA polish that video and turn it in and edit it and add music to it, and we republished it back to YouTube as a polished, edited YouTube video. Then that VA took that 15 minutes and then he pulled out each of the top 5s and made those reels. And so now we have 5 reels that we can then post to Instagram, we can post to TikTok. I also post each one to Facebook and LinkedIn. So I publish all of those reels to each of my sources. I know it's been a lot so far. If you're still with me, I have a lot of this content all boiled out on themorninghero.com. I specialize in helping people streamline their time and be more productive with their time. And actually there's a video over at themorninghero.com where you can see exactly a 3-part daily productivity system that is going to help you gain an extra 4 hours per day so that you can stop working all day long and actually have time freedom to go work out, to invest in your family, to do all the fun things. My specialty is helping people be way more effective and useful with their time so they can steal their time back and do more of the things that they love. We have our live stream, we have our YouTube video, we have our 5 reels. That same VA will now pull the audio from the long version of that video, and that becomes a podcast episode. And so he'll just publish that to Anchor.fm. Anchor is just a really easy platform to publish podcasts. You extract the audio, upload it to Anchor, and now that's a podcast episode. And now we have this really cool video that we created. That video can be turned into a blog. Now, personally, I write my own blog articles. All I do is just take the points that I made in that video and I write them down. Just watch the video and actually physically write it, or you can have the video transcribed. There's a website called rev.com that you can upload a video and it'll automatically transcribe the entire video for you and give you a Word document. And then all you have to go through is edit it and make sure it's readable, and then that becomes your blog article. And you can take that blog, you can upload it to your website, you can upload it to sites like medium.com and Reddit. And so anywhere where you want to publish written content, now that video, you have the transcription, it now is a blog that you can publish to written digital sources. Now the last piece of content is where we started. Remember I told you to put together like an outline, just a skeleton of what you're going to talk about? That now becomes a cheat sheet. And so you can make that a PDF, and that now becomes a cheat sheet where you can say, hey guys, go here and you can download the cheat sheet for this video. And now that becomes a lead magnet. So in the video, you can say, hey, go, if you want to know more about this, I've got a cheat sheet. Go to this website and download the cheat sheet. Whoever watches this video, you're sending them to some place where you can capture the email addresses and send them the cheat sheet. Everyone loves a cheat sheet. They love a quick start guide. They love something where they can quickly get the highlights, the content that you're talking about. And it it becomes a great lead magnet. So there you have it. All of those sources came from one video. We put together content that you literally can distribute for the entire month. And all you did was sit in front of a camera for 10 to 15 minutes and you're able to create all this content from that. And so that's the process. This is called the Omnipresence Process. This is how you can be everywhere all the time. I do this every single week. I'll create one video. I'll go live and film myself from 10 to 15 minutes talking about a topic, doing a top 5 countdown on a particular topic, and then that becomes my content for that entire week. The critical part of this process is hiring a VA, someone that you can distribute some of these tasks to, someone that's going to edit the videos, that's going to strip the audio and make it a podcast, that can pull the transcription to create the blog article. You don't want to do that yourself. That's someone you want to hire out for. The place that I found my VA is onlinejobs.ph. It's a great site with highly skilled people that you can get at very affordable rates that do extremely great work. And so I've been working with my VA for almost 2 years now, and he's been absolutely amazing for helping build my social media, for building all my content, for building my YouTube channels, and the work he does is absolutely amazing. And so that would be my recommendation. You would outline this process that I just shared with you, steps 1 through 10, and then you would post that as a job description on onlinejobs.ph, and then you would hire someone, and then every week all you have to do is sit in front of the camera and speak for 10 to 15 minutes, and then that person will take that content, extract the live version that you did on YouTube, and they would do steps 2 through 10 for you while you are able to run your business. Now your social media is being handled, all your video content is being distributed and planned out and posted to the world, and you're showing up everywhere, and you're not even the one doing it. You're able to run your business, you're able to do the things and do your superpower while all this stuff is happening in the background. So that's the cheat code, how to create tons and tons of content, and literally only takes you 10 to 15 minutes per week to do it. All right. If you got value in this, you can go to themorninghero.com. You can download your cheat sheet. I have this omnipresence process outlined. You can go click the link in the description and you can go download the cheat sheet. All right. I'll see you in the next video.